All right, we're looking at lesson 2.4, partial quotient. We have done some work with partial quotients when we've used our distributed property when we were dividing to find the multiplication sentences, and we did a little bit of partial quotients with our drawings yesterday. Remember we had the tens, one with the numbers under it, that was one partial quotient, and then we had our 10 sticks with the ones under them, and that was another partial quotient. So I need an example of a partial quotient.
The quotient is 45, and the 30 would be a partial quotient of 15.
Okay, together they would add to make 40. Is there anything else? 45, I'm sorry. What else could we add together to make 45?
25 and 20.
25 and 20. What else? Does somebody have something else? 40 and 5. Okay, so today we're going to use some partial quotient knowledge that we already have. Here we go. We're at the top of page 73. And it says, here's what we're trying to find out. People in the United States eat about 23 pounds of pizza a year. If you eat that much pizza each year, how many years would it take you to eat 775 pounds of pizza? Okay? So 775 divided by 23. Okay, so we're going to learn some steps here about how to divide with partial quotients. Subtract multiples of the divisor. What does that mean, multiples of the divisor?
Like the multiples, like what you times it by, what the inside quotient are.
Okay, so what you would multiply your divisor by. Okay? So if I multiply my divisor by 10, I have the 10th multiple of the divisor. So says subtract multiples of the divisor from the dividend until the remaining number is less than the multiple. When they say the multiple, they're referring to this 23. The easiest partial quotient to use as multiples are 10. So the easiest thing you can do is take that divisor and multiply it by 10. Why is that the easiest thing? You just add a 0. Boy, that goes clear back to our first day of math this year, practically, doesn't it? Okay, so if I take 10 times 23, I'm going to get 230. Now I want you to notice the format that they use. They have their division problem. They have what they multiplied the divisor by. They have the expression, and then they have that partial quotient over there, the 10. Okay? Then we're going to subtract 230, 775 minus 230 gives us 545. Can I still subtract 230 from 545? Yes. So, again, I can multiply it right here by 10. Remember to put your 10 over here. Those are important. Now, when I subtract, you should have gotten 315, true? And can I still take 230 from that?
Yes.
Yes. And then I get 85. Now we get to a crossroad here. We've got to look at it. Can we multiply 23 by 10 anymore?
No.
Can I have 85 minus 210?
No.
So now we have to think. Do we want to multiply 23 by 1? Just keep doing 1 till we're done?
No.
Do we want to multiply it by 2?
Yes.
Okay. And 85 minus 46 So that's 2 times 23. You should write that out to the side. And it's kind of important, boys and girls, that these kind of match up when you're making them. If you write it right out to the side of where you're working, you'll always be able to keep track of, did I write that down? Okay, so we did 2 times, and then we subtracted, we got 39. Then we did 1 times, and we got 16. So, can we go anymore? Will 23 and 16 be divided equally among 23? No. So we're done dividing. What's this part going to be? Your remainder. We're going to take all these partial quotients, and what are we going to do with them? Add them up, just like we did with 40 plus 5, or 30 plus 15, or 20 plus 25 to get our 45. So our answer then is what? What's our quotient? 33. Oh. 33, remainder 16. So, it would take you more than 33 years to eat 775 pounds of pizza.
Wow.
All right, let's go on to the next page. Here's our story about this. Miles is helping his father. He's helping his father with the supply order for his pizza shop. For next week, the shop will need 1,450 ounces of mozzarella cheese. Each package of cheese weighs 32 ounces. Complete Miles' work to find out how many packages of mozzarella cheese he needs to order. So Miles' dad must run a pizza shop, right?
Yeah.
And he's getting ready to order his groceries he needs for next week. And he knows he's going to need 1,450 ounces. And what size of package does his cheese come in? 32 ounces. So we have to take that 1,450 ounces and divide it by 32. Now what did we learn before was the easiest thing to start multiplying to get our partial quotient? 10. So let's go ahead and we're going to put a 10 in here. Stay with me. And 10 times 32 is 320. And they even do the subtraction for you. Okay, and we're going to also write our 10 over here. How many times did they multiply it the second time? Right here. Whoops, grabbed the wrong thing. 10. Don't forget to put your 10 out here to add for your partial quotient. And the third time they multiplied by? And the fourth time they multiplied by? Now some of you might think, why didn't they just multiply by 20? Because I know that 32 plus 32 is 64. So if I would have multiplied by 20, I could have subtracted 640, right? And that would not be wrong. It depends on you what's easier. However, if you have to sit down and write out, okay, well, 32 times 3 is 96, so that'll be 960. It's faster to go by 10. Okay? And now we're down to 170 minus 100, and they said 160. Why didn't they do 10 again?
Because they didn't have enough.
Right, so what did they multiply by this time? 5. Notice that they're pretty strict about this format, right? There's reasons for that. Notice that these are across from each other. So, now let's add our partial quotient. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. 4 tens is
40.
and a 5.
45.
45. Now we ended up with a 10 down here. Can we divide that evenly among 32 groups? No, so that's our remainder. So he needs to order, how many packages does he need to order?
45. 46.
Why are you saying 46?
Because it's 45.
Yeah, he can't short some pizza's cheese, so he's got to order extra. Okay, so he's going to need 46 packages of cheese. When you add that extra package, that's called interpreting your remainder, deciding, can I just throw that remainder away, or do I need to account for it? And we're going to have a lesson on that in the next few days. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to page 75 and do number 1. Below it on your paper, you need to be ready. And maybe you need to do this. That would be my suggestion. Okay, so the easiest thing is what? To multiply by 10. Okay? So out to the side, we're going to put 10. Whoops, Mrs. Stegman put that in the wrong place. It needs to go down here by where you're going to multiply. 10 times 18. And we're going to put a 10 out here. Then 10 times 18 is 180, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to subtract. Got to do a little regrouping here. Should be a 5. What's 14 minus 8? And 5 minus 1 is? You get 468. Can I do 10 again?
Yes.
Okay, so over to the side, I'm going to say 10 times 18. I'm going to write 10, and then I'm going to come over here and subtract 180 again. Again, I'm going to have to regroup. 288. You may get something different. Just because I say that's what it is, I sometimes make mistakes. And can we do 10 again? So we're going to go 10 times 18. We're going to put our 10 out there, and we're going to have 180. And we're going to subtract again. And we're going to get 108. Now we got a different ballgame, don't we? We can't do 10 anymore. What can we go to? We could do 5 because isn't it pretty easy to figure out half of what 180 is?
Yeah.
What's half of 180? Okay, so you're going to come over to the side and you're going to do 5 times 18, and you're going to put a 5 out there. And this is going to be 90. And I'm going to have 18. So what am I going to multiply by the next time? 1. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put 1 times 18. And I'm going to put a 1 and I'm going to subtract and I'm going to end up with a 0. Now we got to add our partial quotient. How many 10s did we have? 1, 2, 3, which is 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, which you should write below it. I'm running out of room. It won't show my recording. So our answer is 36. Okay.